lack of closure. I said that I played the game with the intent of completing the game, and I guess in some ways I technically did, but even after doing it, it certainly doesn't feel that way. When the game starts, it tells you that the main goal of the game is to rescue 4 children that have been captured by the deer walking thing, whatever. These children are in 4 completely identical locked rock camps around the map that you have to upgrade your fire in order to be able to access. When you go over there will be animals that are guarding the area with little color-coded collars. And when you kill all of the animals, it'll drop a key, you can save the kid, bada boom, bada bam. Now, it seemed like developers did have some foresight in terms of this, because every time that you save a kid, it makes it so that way the night counter goes up by double, triple, quadruple, and 5 times each time. The problem is that, like I said earlier, if you have guns, then they trivialize everything in the game, which means that you can trivialize all of the guards guarding all of the children. And so then you can run into a situation like I did here, where you end up rescuing all of the children by roughly night 40? And I guess they really wanted to stick to the name of the game, 99 Nights in the Forest, because once you rescue the last kid, nothing happens. Literally, I mean it, literally nothing happens after you complete all of the goals in the game. So now you're just left sitting there confused, being like, did the game glitch? Is it still working? Why am I even still playing? What are we doing here? All of the kids are supposedly safe now, so what's the point? Well, the point is to reach 99 nights, of course, because, fuck you, waste more of your time, I guess. So alright, we'll fart around until 99 nights have passed, and finally they do. An extremely low-budget, lackluster cutscene that has no sound effects plays, and then the game...
So in high-impact leadership, we get to look at this...
Game keeps going. Okay, now somebody's just fucking with me. So you're gonna tell me that I finished the game, completed it, got the final cutscene of the game, presumably, and it's still going. Why is it still going? This feels like one of those Roblox-isms where every game has to go on forever when it just doesn't. And not only that, but if you are going to have your game go on forever and it already ends up with you wasting this much time just waiting around to get to night 99, only for a cutscene to play and then go, alright, keep having fun, I guess, there really should be an option to continue playing. You know what? No, let's go back in time. You know what should happen? What should happen is that when you rescue all of the kids, this stupid cutscene that comes from night 99 should play. It shouldn't force you to wait around until night 99 for a shitty cutscene and then just go, alright, business as usual. That's asinine. Why is it programmed that way? Oh, I know why it's programmed that way. To hope that you slip up and die between whenever you rescue the last kid and night 99. That's the only reason I can come up with. It's stupid, and I won't apologize for it being stupid. So now you see my predicament. I'm torn between pretty classic Roblox, just a kind of fun game, and holy shit, there are all of these obvious issues and just like total lack of polish. How does this thing have 1.8 million players? It doesn't deserve it. And so I'm stuck in between these two places and I just can't make up my damn mind. So I'm not going to. You decide. Anyways, I'm almost certainly not going to play it again. So it is what it is. With that said, we're wrapping up today's video. Sorry for the nothing burger today, but I wish I had better things to say. With that, I'm wrapping up. If you enjoyed, you can leave a like and subscribe. If you didn't, don't. And with all that being said, have a wonderful day night wherever you are, and I'll see you guys next time.
After the treadmill update, which was about 2 weeks ago, people realized that the treadmill scaled off of movement speed and stamina, and that's got the conversation surrounding Toon movement speed started in the Dandy's World Discord. This user said, "I just hope we get slow tunes back again. Our last slow tune was Ginger, and how her ability complemented her slowness by being able to support from far away. It makes her a really good tune. Kinda hope we can get more slow tunes like her." So people started talking about the last time Dandy's World actually had a tune that had 1-star speed or 2-star speed. Off the top of my head, Ginger and Connie were the last 2 tunes that had slow speed. This user replied saying, "I didn't notice it's been 7 to 8 months since we got a slow tune. And it is correct, Ginger was our last tune that had slow movement speed. By slow, we are saying 2 movement speed or 1 movement speed. Blot and Brusher were our most recent additions to Dandy's World. Blot has 4 movement speed and Brusher has 3 movement speed. 3 movement speed is actually quite fast, it's very manageable." And Qual replied to everyone saying, "I do have plans for a speed 1 tune. So we are going to be getting a 1-star movement speed tune hopefully soon. I'm thinking maybe one of the Halloween tunes will have 1-star movement speed. Shrimpo and Connie and Razzle and Dazzle on Even Floors are the 3 tunes with 1-star movement speed. We are hopefully going to be getting another addition to the 1-star movement speed team. I think it's great Quell is adding more slow tunes to Dandy's World, because having a slow movement speed tune opens up for more powerful abilities, because they are sacrificing so much survivability their lowered movement speed and giving them a really good ability to escape Twisted or even support their team is a really good design. But yes, I feel that maybe the 1-star movement speed tune might be a Halloween tune. We could get a very slow Halloween tune with an awesome ability. I can't wait to what Quell has planned for the future in Dandy's World.
Thank you to Aver Media for sponsoring this video.
Aver Media, what are you doing in my home? For me?
This is the Core Go.
But Crispy, isn't that just a charging cable? It is. But it's also a fully functional Switch 2 dock. One of my biggest issues with the Switch 2 is its battery life and handheld mode. It does not last very long, and I was trying like every charger in my house. None of them could charge this fast enough to keep it alive. But this thing, it does charge the Switch 2 really fast. I was comparing it, I didn't do a test, but it was comparable to the actual dock, if not faster. That's all I was doing with this thing for a while, but the main purpose of this thing is actually to be a dock for your Switch 2. And this is about as compact as you're gonna get for traveling with the dock. I mean, look at this. This is a regular phone charger. This thing fits right in your pocket. It outputs all the way up to 4K at 60 Hz. But if this is something you'd be interested in, it definitely made my gaming experience more convenient. Check it out in the link in the description.
As time passes, my excitement for Tomodachi Life Living the Dream goes exponentially larger and larger, like a bee on the horizon of another bee's dream. And where hype grows, imagination blossoms.
Too crispy.
I recently made a video where I shared some of my ideas for the new Tomodachi Life game coming to the Switch next year. But since, I've thought about those ideas even more, which have led to more ideas. So in this video, I want to go into detail on 5 specific features that could be added to this new Tomodachi game, and how they could actually function in-game. Let's get started.
Number 1.
One of the coolest little mini-games you can play in Tomodachi Life is Tomodachi Quest, a simple Mii-themed RPG where you control 4 random Miis with powers based on their personalities, going up against random food items and household objects in turn-based battles. But you could only play this minigame once a day, and eventually you may not even want to, because you'll quickly find how repetitive it is, and the prizes you get at the end aren't always so enticing. I think this could be greatly improved with an arcade. Here's what it could look like. You go into the building and you can either play a game or go up to the counter. The arcade could have multiple booths based on different styles of games. A platformer, a puzzle game, a fighting game, a racing game, and of course, an RPG, with maybe some simpler games mixed in, like a claw machine or a mystery wheel. All of these would be simplified versions of games that are easy to play, just like Tomodachi Quest, but since there's more of them, you'll be less likely to get tired of them. You can spend your in-game currency to play these games, and based on how well you do, you can earn tickets. Your tickets will accumulate, and at the counter you can spend them on exclusive clothing or food items that you can't get in other stores. This idea could do so much for the game. It's something that you could always do, any time of day. It gives you more that you can do with your money, and adds a whole new objective for you to work towards with earning tickets. And who knows, Nintendo has a wealth of games that could be translated into this idea. There's nothing stopping them from putting the first few levels of the original Donkey Kong, or something from a newer game like Squid Jump. There is a lot of potential here.
Number 2.
An idea that has made its way to the top of my wish list for this game is a movie studio. I've seen this idea mentioned a few times, but I want to go into detail with how this could work. Here's how it could look. This would basically be your go-to place to make custom scenes in your Miis. You know how multiple Miis will fawn over a love interest during a confession? Or get up to wacky stuff in the news? This will be your opportunity to create a similar video starring any of your Miis, with more control when it's said and done. To start, you go into the movie studio, and from there you can choose between multiple sets around the island where you can film, attached to existing structures and locations, each one having, say, 3 unique scene options to put your Miis into. For example, you could choose to film a soap opera video in a Mii's home, with options to choose between a secrets revealed scene, a confrontation scene, or making things right. Each scene loosely leading into the next narratively. Each scene would have a set order of shots and things that happen within the scene. Those don't change, but there'll be placeholder dialogue and gestures that you can customize for every Mii in the scene.
That was my favorite asparagus. I told you, I didn't touch a single spear. The next time it's right to strike again.
Here we have a basic layout of the scene. As you can see, you can replace the dialogue with your own, and press this button to control the Mii's gestures during that line of dialogue. Let's make them say something different. Now, let's try adding in some gestures.
Zendaya, how could you do this to me? I know you've been cheating. What do you mean, honey pumpkin? I've never been unfaithful a day in my life. That's wrong. Spider boy.
Just changing the dialogue and the emotions of these scenes can completely change the context of what's happening, even though everything else stays the same, which makes for scenes that are malleable enough to be used in many different contexts. Now you can save this scene and play it back anytime, and as you unlock more island locations, you'll unlock new sets attached to them. A musical number, a stage play, or a game show scene at the concert hall, a sports, barbecue, or training scene at the park, a gossip, realization, or secret plan scene at the cafe, or an I do, I don't, or I don't know scene at the wedding venue. But where this idea could get really interesting is a feature where you can take, say, up to 5 scenes from any set and put them together to create your own mini movie that could be as random or as structured as you want. I think this is a fairly uncomplicated system that could really open the floodgates of creativity within Tomodachi Life. It's basically the concert hall but for movies. And what would be cool too is a theater adapted studio where you can watch your movies with me sitting in seats watching with you, and possibly even having an online sharing feature where you can view other people's creations. The possibilities are endless, guys.
Number 3.
You know what, guys? I want me jail. I said it. I want to lock these guys up. But hear me out. This sounds like a joke, but I have an idea that could actually be fun. See, I love the idea of bees getting in fights with one another. But since the process of getting the bees to make up was so